Sorry, it took me a few minutes to see that the camera started. Yeah, I'm in my pajamas. But I haven't done one of these in a really long time. I've been trying to experiment with different ways of putting up something on the YouTube. But I've been busy and trying to do school and also trying to sightsee a little bit. So I thought I would do this now. And I cannot remember the last time I did one. So I'm trying to look on my YouTube right now to see what was the last thing I did. But anyhow, so here I am in Ireland, in Cork, and I'm winding down to the end of my semester. So it's the 15th of March. My last classes are actually the 2nd, I think. The weekend of the first weekend in April, I think it's the 4th, 5th, and 6th. We actually have like a conference, an anthropology conference in Dingle. And that's the last class. That's actually counts as a class, and we have to write something for that. So between now and April 18th or so, I have to do a video presentation, a regular presentation, a 2,000 word paper, a 4,000 word paper, and then Dingle, I think, is a 5,000 word paper. And so I'm trying to get most of that done before Dingle because I don't want to be doing it on my way home. So I'm coming home. I'm leaving here on April 9th, which is right after my anthropology conference. I'm going to New York because it's my brother's 70th birthday. So I'm going to go visit with them. And then from there, I'm going home to Charleston, Somerville, and I'll be home the night of April 18th. Then I'll stay home until May 9th-ish. Then I'm coming back to Ireland with my class. So I don't know if you remember, but last year I came to Ireland as like an assistant professor. And the professor is Dr. Quinn, who is my favorite. I'm going with her. It's not really assistant professor, it's assistant something, I don't know what. But I'm going with her, and we're taking 8 students to the same trip that we do all the time, which is we go into Dublin, we go to Skibbereen, we do a lot of day trips from Skibbereen, we come back to Cork for 2 days, we go back to Skibbereen, and then we go back to Dublin and leave from Dublin. So I'll be doing that from, May 9th to May 24th-ish. Then I'm going to go home, I'm going to stay home for a week, and then I'm coming back to Ireland for the summer. And it'll be my last 3 months. I'll be coming in June 1st, June 2nd, something like that. June 2nd, I think. And stay till August 28th, which is when my apartment lease ends. And then I'll be going home. So, and then what I'll be doing in the summer is I won't have any classes, but I will be doing my final field work, which is like a dissertation, but it's not. It's field work, and I'll be interviewing people and researching stuff and then writing a 10,000 word paper for that. So that's what's going to be happening in the coming up for my end of my my program, and then September I'm home for good. So looking forward to coming home in the spring, and looking forward to going home in December. I hope that the United States lets me in and out. Who knows with what's going on with who can come and who can go and who we're friends with. I mean, I saw they just did something to whiskey at Cork, so maybe they're going to make enemies with Ireland and decide that I'm not allowed there, or that Ireland may decide I'm not allowed back. Who knows? But it is what it is. But I've had a good semester. I've done some fun things. I went to 2 weeks ago. I went to Kinsale. And I have been to Kinsale before. I actually stayed in Kinsale one time when I traveled with Arwen and Jermaine. And it's a cute little town, off season. I walked up a mile and a half walk up to Fort Charles, which was fun. I walked on the road up this hilly incline road which it was fun. It was great views. It was beautiful. I went through a couple of little cute little townish kind of places, although I think it's all Kinsale, and got to the top. And when I sat down at the top to look at the fort, I realized my knees hurt. And I don't usually have knee issues, but my knees hurt. And then I had to walk down the hill, which took me another, hour or so. And then my knees still hurt. So that was 2 weeks ago. And I did something to my knees that has not healed yet, but will eventually. But it's my body giving out on me. But that was a fun trip. Kinsale was beautiful. And I went to a really nice little Annie Mae or something like that. That's not the name of it. But I went to some little pub to eat, and that was lovely. And then took the bus home. And it's really only like a 30-minute bus ride. So it was very nice. I went to Cove. I can't remember what I posted about Cove, but I did go to Cove, which is also a cute little town. And my favorite part of Cove was a dog that got loose from his owner, ran down the street. Seems like the houses are up on a hill, and he ran down the hill right to the water. And 20 minutes later, his mama came, and she could not get him out of the water. And she was all dressed up like she was going to work or something. And she tried to give food, all that stuff. He just would not come, but he barked the whole time. He was lovely. They have a cute little park there. Last weekend, I went back again. First, I went to FOTA with a friend, one of my classmates. We went to FOTA, which is, I think, a lot of things, but we went to see the animals. I think there might be a golf resort there. I saw like there's a parking lot, and but we went to see the animals. It's like a big zoo, but kind of like not as much caged as kind of free roaming, not completely free roaming, but and that was fun. That was beautiful, and I think I posted some pictures of that on Facebook, although I'll put them up here on my YouTube too. So that was fun. That was really fun. We saw the animals, and then we went same train. So it was 15 minutes to FOTA and then 15 more minutes to Cove. So the train is also about 15 minutes. So we went back to Cove and ate dinner there. And that night in their little gazebo, in their park area, they have a little gazebo, and they had a band playing. And it was what was it? It was a band, and like trumpets and stuff like that. But that was fun. It was a beautiful day. It was warm. It was 60 degrees. So it was so funny. This story I've been telling everybody is it was 60 degrees. Here, we all took off our coats. People were wearing shorts. It was gorgeous, right? In South Carolina, it had been 80 degrees the day before. And when they woke up and it was 60 degrees, they had put on their coats. They're like, it's freezing. So it's so funny the way it's different. And I'm going to pause this for a second because I want to show you something I did. Am I back? I'm back. So one of the things that I did during the last couple of weeks was we went and painted pottery. And here's my plate. Isn't she pretty? And I can see now that it's been fired that there are places that I missed, a lot of places that are white now, that weren't, that I thought I painted over that I didn't. So clearly I'm not as good an artist as I thought I was. But anyhow, she's pretty, right? It was fun. What else? What else do I want to tell you? I told you about my writings. The weather's getting nicer. It's still cold. Today it's kind of cold. It was 36 when I woke up this morning, and it only got up to 46. But this is St. Patrick's Day weekend. I didn't do anything today. Today's Saturday. I stayed home and did some writing because I have all these things I need to write. And but tomorrow I'm going to go out because there's something at a park near here that's going on, and then there's probably a bunch of things downtown Cork that are going on that I'll go down and see. And then Monday is the day of the parade. So somewhere along the line, I'll get me some corned beef and cabbage, hopefully. So I'm doing one of my projects is ethnography on a small ethnography on Shaky Bridge, which is a bridge that is here in Cork, and it's shaky, but it's so anyhow, I've been walking. I walk by it every day when I go to my classes, so that's how I picked it. And um, a lot of during the nice weather, a lot of people gather like under the bridge. Kids, although one time I walked by and there was an adult and his two 10-year-olds. They're listening to music. They got a radio boombox there blasting. They're singing. People hanging out, stuff like that. But as I'm doing the research about this place, Shaky Bridge is. There used to be a ferry that went back and forth, and in 1929 they built this bridge. So it connects two sides of Cork that usually take maybe 30 minutes to get to, but now it's a 5-minute walk across this bridge. So it's a historic place. But this week when I was walking by it, this is the point of my story is there were kayakers in the water. It's 40 degrees out. There are kayakers in the water in the evening at like 4:30. And they are playing kayak polo, and they put goals up on the Shaky Bridge on both sides, and they throw these balls back and forth in their kayaks, and it's cold out, and I stopped to watch, and then I talked to one of the girls, and I said, I mean, it's freezing, and they don't have any gloves on or anything. Like I'm walking around with gloves on and a scarf on. And they're like, no, we have wetsuits on, we have waterproof jackets, we have big heavy we have big waterproof boots, but they're out there in the friggin' cold, throwing the balls around. What else do I want to say? It's spring is here, the flowers are out. We had to turn in our ethical review yesterday for the field study that we're doing over the summer. And then we have to wait for it to be approved before we can actually do anything. So, but I did get my field study kind of worked out. I know who I'm going to study. I know who I'm going to interview, that kind of stuff. And I met with one woman who's going to help me set up the other interviews. So that is kind of settled. So I feel good about that. So now I just got to write my stuff and do my videos and stuff like that. No, next week we have off. It's a reading week or a spring break, one of those two. I'm not sure which, but we don't have any classes. So I'm hoping to do all my writing that week. I started today, but I'm hoping to finish it up that week. I know what I'm doing for almost everything. I have one paper that I really don't have any idea what I'm doing with it yet. But so that's going on with that. And I guess that's all the interesting things I have to say. I'm going to just turn this so you can't see me, but you can see out my window. Can you see how gorgeous you really can't tell how pretty the sunset is. It's so gorgeous. You can't tell. And the moon is full right now, and it hasn't been cloudy the last couple of nights. And at like 5 o'clock in the morning, or 2, from like 2 till 6 in the morning, the moon is right in my window, my bedroom window. So when I wake up, I look out and I see the moon if it's not too cloudy. And it hasn't been the last couple of nights, so that's fun. So that's it. My first St. Patrick's Day. It's actually not my first St. Patrick's Day in Ireland. I came in 2019 to visit Cape Clare, which is an island off the coast of Ireland. It has baby goats. And I got an Airbnb there and I stayed there. And it's an island that there are not that many cars. And the people all speak Irish, but they also speak English. But when I went, I was really it's a tourist place that lots of tourists go. But when I went, I was really the only person there who did not live there. And I wandered around, and they have all kind of trails and stuff. And I took all these trails. It was so much fun. But they knew who I was. Like people were talking about me. Like I took a trail one time and I ended up in a farm. That I didn't mean. I missed the trailhead. And some woman was on the farm and said, "You're in the wrong place. Turn left," or whatever. It was pretty funny. I went into a field accidentally. That was a horse field. So I was in with the horses, and the horses all ran to me. They were very nice, thank goodness. But they ran to me and they kind of escorted me out of their home. They kind of said, "Yeah, you're in the wrong place," and kind of just followed me till I left. So that was pretty funny. And but anyhow, that was 2019. So this is my first, and they had a parade. And I was actually in the parade. The woman who I stayed with said, "No, no, no, come be in the parade." Oh, everybody's going to be in the parade. So I was actually in the parade. I didn't watch it. And we all just walked down and people played music and stuff. And when we got to the end of the hill, they actually danced and stuff. So that was fun. So this year will be my first time in a city. And they have a parade. They have a parade on Monday, and I'm sure they have lots of things going on all weekend long. But today I didn't do anything. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'll end there. Things are going along. Almost done with my second semester. Prepared for my third semester. And I hope in the summer that I'll be able to do a little bit more sightseeing. I know places that I want to go to, and I know how to get there. But this semester I've been kind of busy and haven't had as many good weekends. And then the summer will be nice. So I just learned today that there's a little bus that goes to a beach. It's who knew? I don't know. I don't even know where it is at. I don't even know where the beach is at, but I know what the bus number is. And so maybe during the summer I'll actually. I never really thought that I would ever swim in Ireland because it's always cold. But I've never been here in the summer, so let's see what it's like in the summer. But I think they swim in wetsuits. I did take a trip to Dingle. I don't think I talked about that yet. It was a bus trip. It was an all-day long tour, and it stopped in lots of different places and Dingle, and it went through that whole peninsula over there, the Dingle Peninsula, and also stopped in the town of Dingle. But we stopped at a beach there. We were only there for 30 minutes. But while we were there, people did swim. There were two or three men who were coming out of the water, and it was freezing. It was very cold. It wasn't nice. It wasn't warm at all. But they swim here in Ireland. They don't care about the weather that much. They swim. As a matter of fact, I think cold water swimming is a thing. I've been going to the spa at this hotel across the street. It's called the Kingsley Hotel. I go there. It's a spa, and I get a massage, and then it's a spa, and it has an indoor pool and stuff. It also has an outdoor pool all year long. And you can see the steam coming up. So it's heated. It's a heated outdoor pool. But people go out there to swim and then come back in and swim and then go out. I guess it's supposed to be good for you, but I didn't do that. I swam in the indoor pool and then went to the sauna. But anyhow, that's all. I guess when it doesn't get to be 90 degrees, you can't wait for it to be 90 degrees before you go swimming. I am looking forward to going home and going to my beaches. I haven't been to my beaches in a long time. So hopefully we'll have a family beach trip. Okay, that's it. I just wanted to share a few little things with you, and that's the end of my story. Bye, guys.